You guys are college students, and I mean, we all know your workload is tough. So it's hard to stay on top of the issues. It's not an easy thing. You guys can all work together, research the issues.
And
Just
sometimes
start off small.
And sometimes you can pick up your own personal issues that you want, so it's so much fun researching stuff that you're interested about. When you're more interested about the issue, you're more willing to devote a little bit more time to it, and it's worth every effort.
You had the unique opportunity to see firsthand experiences throughout your entire week. I mean, these are things that you're not going to see on the media. And I mean, media it's biased. So share those firsthand experiences with everyone you see. I mean, you can host forums, you can host your own political forums, bring in your candidates and talk to them. Then bring up immigration reform again, because like I've told you, ever since the DREAM Act came into play, immigration reform has been forgotten about. Immigration reform could fix the majority of the issues with immigration. The immigration system is complex because we haven't bothered to fix it, and you can advocate to fix it.
You will never be able to walk in anybody's shoes, but you can see certain things and you can observe, and certain things will touch you, and that's how you share. The way that you can advocate is by sharing the stories and sharing what you've learned, sharing the experience, the emotion. All of us are emotional creatures, so therefore sharing that emotion is really what's gonna awaken somebody else and think of seeing something further. And see, a lot of times when you give a vivid description, and again, the emotion, what you felt, is really what engages other people and makes them think. Anytime you put anything in writing, it helps you process things a lot better, at least for yourself. And it also, it's able to share it for a long term. Do a blog about it, a blog about your experience. Even if you kept like notes in a diary of what was going on, that keeps it fresh. Photos are a constant reminder of what happened, and you can see it and pick them up and be reminded. I mean, images are very, very connective in keeping anything alive, because no matter where you put them down, when you pick them up, and you're like, oh my God, I remember when I did this. Oh, you can leave them there for 10 years and they're like, wow, this was me, this is what I did. I remember this trip, I did what I did. So you can share those, and doing it that way, that's how you keep it alive. Solutions are based on communities. Okay, a solution is always within you and how it impacts you. So you look at those options and you start looking at what tools and resources you require in order to evolve to where you want to get. And you decide, like, from this trip, what is it that you would like to create to leave here? And then you start making the steps to that path. Because I know that whatever I brought to the table, you're gonna make it flourish more. And you're gonna take it to a bigger level than I ever could. You start there. One person can really mobilize and cause change. So as long as somebody takes the lead, and eventually people start to follow.
I mean, you're the voice for so many people right now. This country is full of so many undocumented. This country is full of so many residents who want the opportunity to vote, yet they're waiting 5 years just to get the opportunity to even apply to become a citizen. Then they have to raise the money to pay for that application, and they still have to pass the citizenship test. So you count. You're their voice. So you need to really consider that you need to go out and vote and speak up for those that don't have a voice right now.
You cannot expect politicians to come with every solution. They're regular people, just like you. And they're not experts in their field. I'll give you a prime example. City councilors that were elected in the city of Sunland Park, one of them is a cosmetologist. One of them is a waitress. And that really goes at all levels, though, local, because a lot of laws get passed on your sleep. And again, these politicians don't have a clue as how life is for other people because they don't live it. I mean, I have a councilman that lives with his dad, so he keeps raising certain ordinances that impact a lot of residents, but he doesn't have to worry about paying utilities because his dad pays the bill. He doesn't have to worry about paying a mortgage because his dad owns the house. He doesn't, he doesn't have to worry about any of those things. But yet here he's demanding that people pave their parking because he wants all this. Everything has to come out to the light. How can you address anything or any problem or anything else unless it really comes out to the light? You can't just say, oh, it happened, or I didn't know any better. It's difficult, but we have to be accountable for our own actions. Our decisions determine what we do. All of you have the ability to decide. Even if you had a gun next to your head, you still have a decision to make. The decision is simple. You either fight for the gun and struggle with it and you can end up getting shot, or you can struggle for it and you can end up getting away, okay? Or you submit yourself to whatever that individual has you doing under the gun, and you have to live with the fact of whatever that submission does to you. The root to eradicating all the evils in the world is having a nurturing mom. But how can you have a nurturing mom if so many are broken? So many human beings are broken. And that brokenness goes from one individual to the birth of the next child and from generation to generation. So the job is stopping the cycle and creating healing and better understanding. But it's so easy for us to judge other individuals as crazy or sick, insane, or annoying, or whatever, that we don't stop to realize that the reason that person is there is because something bad happened. And instead of healing them, we push them. You learn from the lessons. If you fail in certain things, you start looking at why that failed. And you start looking at it different ways. Because, I mean, if everything was easy, you would never get challenged. And you get bored. Real solutions are not easy to find. And the problem is that a lot of people go with Band-Aids instead of the root cause. When we start simplifying something that is so big, you take it, when you look at Big Mountain, you're gonna think, oh my God, it's so steep, I'm not gonna be able to climb it. But you just do it step by step. You're not gonna make it there in a day. It doesn't. It's like I will never be the solution that I would like to be, but I'm just a seed. And just as I plant that seed, I hope that the next generation is ever to do that.
We're all gonna fail. There's no doubt about it. Failure is always gonna happen, but the key is getting back up from that failure.
And learning.
Yeah,
Learning from that failure. Because honestly, you're not going to be able to move forward unless you learn. Mm-hmm. And everything's a lesson. So technically it's not failure, it's lessons learned. If you keep on doing the same thing, then the same thing's going to happen over and over again. So you just realize, okay, this didn't work, so it's time to try this. And you find the options. Like my daddy used to say, you're going to find the mountain. You're either going to go through the mountain, climb over the mountain, or take the long way around. Whichever one works for you, you find the way.